Sanford Stadium in Athens. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Mississippi State head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will be first on the attack. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise. Sterling. They'll give it to Fluff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now facing a 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So Georgia's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. They will have their hands full with this matchup as they try to make sure the running game gets going. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Phillips. Could be an outing. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around. He's really proven to be a great back.
Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming?
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. At the 45, on his way. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And they're able to get him on the ground. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it. You practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to...
Here's a little room there. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, I know it took their defense a second to get the ball back for the O after that last drive, but now their offense is kind of doing the same thing. They're now playing people. Really good job there on 3rd.
And he's in! Touchdown, Bulldog! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
On the option. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the numbers so far. minutes of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's West. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Here's a give to Bothwell. Might have a chance. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Bulldogs are marching down the field.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo.
Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Taylor wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The ground game getting it done and putting 6 on the board.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up all. The whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on 4th down, man...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. A run for the quarterback. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Frazier. Makes the grab in their space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Dogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release by the QB. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Got the back over the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw it again. Fakes to grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Humphreys. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running to Green. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Might as well stick with him. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 19 team, the Florida Gators. And it's South Carolina setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium in Athens. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half they have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Running inside, it's Frazier. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Snags it, and there's running room. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Georgia going up tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Safe completion on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted it.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Williams open on the right side. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Taylor wants to throw it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Frazier. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the wildcat again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give, running right, it's Frazier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Mississippi's down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Motion from the back. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Williams. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
So now it's 2nd and long. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down sack.
He makes a catch. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Escapes trouble. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you're seeing pressure on this quarterback over and over again. They've already been able to get to him a few times, and that's a big reason why this defense right now, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. So they come to the line, and the Wildcats going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On a little grass. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get...
Caught, and he's got room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Just keeps slinging it. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Taylor. Sets up the screen. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Unloads quickly. There he goes. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Working that wide receiver screen. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
Makes the catch, headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run.
It was a golden opportunity on that two-point conversion attempt, but he fumbles. You got to have better ball security. They come away with no points.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Taylor wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The play action fake. Here's a heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Which one of them?
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead.
Looking for a big play. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them an absolute